This podcast is sponsored by Sundays. Look, if I had a dog, I would be feeding them Sundays for Dog. They actually sent me a package and I gave it to Erin because her dog loves it so much, and I don't have a dog, so she loves it. Sundays is fresh dog food made from a short list of human-grade ingredients. Sundays was co-founded by Dr. Troy Waxman, a practicing veterinarian who tests and formulates every version of each recipe. Get 40% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/onlyfriends or use our code onlyfriends at checkout. Again, that's sundaysfordogs.com/onlyfriends or use our code onlyfriends at checkout. This episode is sponsored by Dinnerly. If you're like me, I hate thinking about meals. I hate thinking about lunch, dinner. Breakfast for me is for some reason really easy, but then the rest of the day I'm just like, I just want a plate in front of my face. Like, I don't like to cook. My boyfriend cooks. That's how it works. It's also so expensive to be like ordering food all the time. Like, we all love to do it, but like, hello, it does add up. But Dinnerly is the most affordable meal kit I've ever come across, with meals as low as $2.99 per meal. This holiday season, give the gift of great affordable food with Dinnerly. Head to dinnerly.com/offer/onlyfriends and use code onlyfriends for up to 27 free meals. Once again, that's Dinnerly. Well, welcome back to OnlyFriends.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Only Friends.
I just love that our last podcast, I was like, and congrats, Kamala.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Carly jinxed the election.
I did not jinx it. I don't jinx things. America voted.
You said, you were like, I've never jinxed anything.
I didn't.
And then look at us. Look where we are
I
today.
did not jinx it. I did not jinx it.
That's what a jinx is.
Okay, if it jinxes convincing half of America that a convicted felon who literally essayed a 13-year-old, sure.
Essayed.
I don't know. I'm just over it all.
Oh.
Why are you laughing at me saying essayed?
It always makes me laugh when people say that.
So like TikTok coded.
Yeah.
It's like you're not like allowed to say it.
I think that's why too, yeah.
It's going to be a banned word. Just like all these banned books. They're going to ban the word sexual assault so no one can claim it in court.
No, I think it's like if you're allowing people who have sexually assaulted people to walk the earth, then you're definitely going to bring the word back. You know?
Wait, huh?
Like if they're allowing sexual assault, like SA, I feel like got dubbed to be SA because it's kind of like something that people don't want to talk about, but like, you know, millions and millions and millions of people voted for a sexual assaulter.
Yes.
So I think it's on its way in.
So I can just say rapist.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that's what he is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not ready for the real world.
What do you mean?
Just like going out, my eyes are just looking at everyone. I'm mad at everyone. Yeah. I'm literally judging. It's not healthy.
Where are you in your like stage up? I think I'm very not on the same wavelength as you anymore. Like, I think I've made it to the other side.
What is it like? What do you mean by the other side?
Like, I don't feel like you.
Yeah, I know, but like, what do you mean by like you're fine with it now? Obviously not fine with it, but like excited.
Yeah, I'm actually, you know what, thrilled.
Actually really
I'm gonna make money. Like, it's all gonna be great for me. Like, I don't plan on having kids anyway.
Yeah, we're in a blue state. We're fine.
I actually don't think. I'm not thinking like that. That's me being silly. But because I didn't vote for Trump, like for me specifically. And I think that's like what a lot of people who did vote for him did do, because they were like, how does it affect me?
Yeah.
Whereas like I feel like most people who voted for Kamala are like, okay,
I'm voting all these
for like the goodness of humanity.
I don't want all these people to be hurt and like be able to be safe.
Yes. And like coincidentally enough, we do fall under that category. So like, of course we voted for a Kamala. If you are a woman and voted for Trump, like I want to live in whatever.
I know. Give me whatever
reality,
you're taking.
Like
literally,
you live in.
It sounds so much more fun and so much more freeing to like not
to
give
just
a
be
shit
a horrible person
and just see democracy crumble. Like I would just love to be on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just.
So I'm kind of like at the point of just like acceptance and like I'm like, well, I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, like there's nothing more I can do. I did everything I could do. We came on this podcast every week. We said, go vote for Kamala. We voted for Kamala. Like I'm okay. So like my stages of grief were Tuesday night, election night. Definitely. Also, like, I think it's different because I went in already being nervous about the election and you were very like, no fucking way in hell is this guy gonna win. So I think for me, I already had like one foot in front of you.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Because I do think half of this country is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So night of the election, like Red Mirage was happening, and that is when I was like, we're fucked. Even though that's so normal, but because of the, like, I was watching Steve on MSNBC doing the map.
Oh, Steve.
And so watching that, I was like, okay, even if this is the Red Mirage, he is outperforming in basically like all of these places that she should be overperforming. So like that immediately to me was like, uh-oh, like fuck. And then as the night went on, I was just like, fuck, we're fucked. Like before it turned to Wednesday, I was like, oh, like we're
I went to bed Tuesday night knowing that he won.
It's over, yeah. And then Wednesday, I was just like sad. And Thursday, I was just like sad. And then Friday, I was mad. And then Saturday, I woke up and I was like, okay, here we go.
I feel like I'm so mixed. Like I literally I walked 5 miles yesterday and cried the whole time. Like I felt insane. I'm like, my neighbors probably think I'm fucking crazy.
What do you
like
think?
just okay, I'm fine. And then I see like someone with like a Harris obviously sign. I'm like, oh, like we could have had it.
Oh, like everyone in my neighborhood already threw them away.
They're still pretty much up. There's one house in my neighborhood that has like 10 Trump signs with like 1 million flags. It's so weird. I'm like obviously put your candidate's fucking thing out, whatever. But like when you put like 10 of them and all these flags and then you put the picture of them working at McDonald's, I'm like, you look like a clown. Yes.
Oh, that's very funny.
It is funny because at first I was like, oh, are they like making fun of him? No, they're not.
What is like your emotion behind it? That
anger
at
everyone.
Yeah.
I was telling Nolan this, like I might cry, but like I have never felt like this in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm like lucky to not,
Yeah. Wow. This is actually, I don't mean to laugh, but like I literally never see Carly cry. I cried on Good Influences. Like I've had I did this. It's
just so sad because like the biggest thing for me is like it's just showing like I'm sure so many girls that have been like assaulted or like raped or whatever, and it just like goes to show that like that person can be like the president of the United States, and like that's what pisses me off is like crazy. And it's just like sad that people don't even believe it when there's like literal court documents. It makes me feel like hopeless.
No, totally. I think we like joke about how I'm sorry. If like you voted,
sobbing. I'm like,
if you like voted for Donald Trump, like it's showing your like lack of critical thinking.
Yeah, and like I don't even want to sit here and be like, you're stupid, like you're a communist or like, you're a fascist, because like that doesn't get anywhere with these people. It's just like there's nothing else to say or do. It's just like, okay, if you voted for that, then like I don't understand. And like I'm not even at the place where I'm like, if you voted for that, then I'm cutting you out of my, like I'm not like thinking that. I'm just like, how can I understand like people I know that push that aside to be like, well, our economy or whatever. Or, the immigrants that have never affected anyone personally at least as far as I know. I don't know. So I'm at a lot of weird stages.
Yeah. Wow. This sucks.
Like just talking about it makes me cry. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Liberal tears. The liberal tears are flowing.
I said it on Good Influences. I was like, so many people in my Instagram comments were like, cry liberal. And I'm like, no, I literally will. Like, how can you not be sad about people's basic human rights being taken away? And it's always like, what rights have been taken from you? And it's like, okay, well, first of all, Roe v. Wade was overturned. And that was under Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
And like you're all like, that was up to the states. That was up to the Supreme Court.
Because of Trump.
Exactly.
And if you have a little girl, like that's another thing. It's like if you know a little girl or any woman in a red state and if this girl is 14 years old and she gets raped by her uncle and now she's pregnant, now she has to carry it to term. Oh. That's what you guys voted for?
Yeah. I was on my hike this morning. It was so funny. Like we were walking up and the people who were walking down, every single person who walked by were like talking about Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, everyone's just commiserating.
Yeah.
I think I genuinely don't understand I like took screenshots of DMs. I actually was reading them this morning, forgetting that I had them, but I like screenshotted them when I was going through them, and like some of them just literally make me laugh.
And it's just the like Trump itself, like whatever, but like him being president and having so much power, it gives all these stupid fucking men and boys to be like doing this whole thing where it's like, your body, my choice. And it's just like, that rhetoric is under Trump. Like Trump created this rhetoric. Like this was not a very openly said thing until he was president. And it got worse and worse and worse. And then thank God we voted somebody else in who created safe spaces for everyone. And then now he's president again. So now all these guys there was a fucking adult that went to a college holding your body, our choice. An adult male went to a college where there's minors. Like,
yeah.
Well,
this
maybe not
girl,
minors, but I guess
I posted just something, and some girl she sent me. I think I'm at just the like. Not like silly stage, but it's like
what else can I do right now?
Yeah, like this girl literally sent me a DM in response to something I posted, which is a bunch of clown emojis saying, but you supported sleepy child molester Joe Biden, who, by the way, has like never. It's like, no, you're so close to the point you're trying to make. Oh, you don't like child molesters, but you voted for Donald Trump.
Like core evidence. Just because there's a picture of Biden looking like he's smelling a child. Yeah.
Where? Donald Trump is a molester? Where?
No, I know. It's just so, like, and yeah. And I think it just disappointed me that, like, obviously I knew that there's, like, MAGA people and, like, there's going to be people voting for Trump and there's red states. But, like, how many of them were just like, yeah, actually, we want this guy. I can't comprehend it. And maybe I'm just not meant for this. I'm not meant for, I don't know what.
You know what, Carly? You can leave. You don't like it, leave.
I'm going to leave.
Which is the funniest thing, because it's like, oh, we're not allowed to like want better for our country. If we don't agree with what we're doing, then we need to leave. Well, when have I ever been like, oh, I'm going to move to fucking Canada?
No, I know.
Like, I want to live here, but I want to live here and it be good for everybody who lives here, not just people who are looking for specific things that have like literally no effect on them whatsoever. It's like, I want everyone to be equal.
Yeah. But now they can't.
But because I want that, you're going to tell me to leave? We can't like hold people in the government.
Like, sure, I'll go to New Zealand. I'll get free healthcare. I don't care.
It's so weird.
I'll get free healthcare. It sounds nice.
I forget what I came on my phone to say. Oh, I was going to say, not to be all conspiracy theorists, but like there's definitely some weird shit going on. And I'm not like trying to get too into it, but I'm like, this is sauce.
No, I tweeted that last night. I was like, is this Starlink thing a thing? I don't want to be a conspiracy freak, but like, it's just weird. But however, we are being gaslit into thinking we're conspiracy theorists because
of what happened.
Well, because of what happened, but also it's very normal to feel like someone who commits fraud and somebody who is untruthful to be weary about like, this doesn't look right. You know, I feel like that is fair.
Well, this is what I found interesting was that Trump's margin in North Carolina is based entirely on undervotes, which is like all of the rest of the ballot like went blue pretty much. Dems won the whole ballot except for the top spot. This makes no sense.
Yeah. That's what I was saying
and then I think someone said something today. Trump's margin in every swing state appears to be based entirely on undervotes. That's fucking weird.
It is weird. AOC did a thing.
You're telling me that every fucking person in a swing state voted for Democratic senator, whatever the fuck, and didn't vote for Kamala Harris? That's crazy.
I know. AOC posted a story and she was like, literally no judgment. I just want to hear from you guys who voted red for president, but all blue for everything else, because like it doesn't make sense to me and I'm just curious. And she posted a lot of responses and some of them were like, I just feel like Democrats do really well at smaller government and like Republicans do better as president or whatever. So like there are people out there.
Donald Trump isn't a Republican. He's a fascist sexual offender.
Yeah. Like the White House is now on the sex offender list, or it will be.
Really confirmed?
I mean, no, but it should be because he is.
Yeah. Well, nothing applies. He's not, Carly. He's not.
Oh, yeah, he's not. Sorry. I saw a really funny TikTok. I can't remember if I sent it to you. And it was this kid. And he was like, we need someone so insane on the left, like to match Trump's energy. That's like goes up for the rallies and is like, anyone in our country who's black gets a $10,000 check the first day I'm in office. Any illegal immigrants here, now you're legal. And it was just like going so hard on the, like, that's how the other side sounds to us.
It's just
you know what I mean?
Confusing. Yeah, but I just feel like everyone is a fraud at the same time. It's like, Donald Trump on record has been like, if I ever run as president, I'll run Republican because they're all a bunch of fucking idiots.
He said because Republicans are dumb.
Yeah.
Quote.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. He
said it. You can look it up.
When I say it, people get mad.
Yeah.
But when he says it, you celebrate him. Like JD Vance, called Trump Hitler, was like relatively progressive. I also saw a tweet that some guy was like, he literally sucked my dick like years ago in 2009. Like he literally sucked my dick.
JD Vance?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, not that surprised. But
just like everyone. It's like it's all just like a show. Like none of it's real. You're all a bunch of fraudsters. That's what I think scares me the most. Because it's like, okay, I understand people like changing their opinion. But like, what has Trump done since 2016 when he ran for president?
The economy was great.
Yeah, but like since JD Vance specifically was like, this man is Hitler, no one should ever vote for him until now. He has progressively done more and more bad things. More and more has come out that he literally is now a felon and he wasn't then.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I think JD Vance said all these things and thought those things. And then as soon as Trump was like, will you be my president? He was like, yes, I love you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's just a fraud.
Yeah.
It's like whatever suits them. So maybe Trump will just die and then JD Vance will be like, I
actually am very liberal.
I was a plant.
I wish. I don't know.
We'll see.
All the astrologists. I know we're on the same page about these astrology girlies. Yeah. Like
the biggest now.
The copium that I have for these astrology girlies, like all of them are saying something is gonna happen. This sounds so QAnon. Something's gonna happen this week. It was like November 15th. Right about
that one lady, she was like, things are gonna be like a year ago. It was like Trump will win the election.
I know.
And everyone was pissed at her. They're like, okay, psycho.
Yeah, and then
honestly, maybe that's what stemmed in me from the beginning. I was like, that is always in the back of my head. I was like, that astrologer said Trump's gonna win.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I was so sad. I went to bed. Like, it was so hard for me to sleep, obviously, after that. But I was just like, I felt so bad because no one's already asleep. And I was like, he's going to have to wake up and like I felt bad for people.
He slept?
Oh my God. He didn't even watch any of it. He didn't want to watch any of it.
Oh my God.
He just went right to bed.
Peel me away from the screen.
No, same. I mean, since then, I've just been like, not even doom scrolling. Like, I don't feel like I'm like harming myself by like looking at Twitter all the time.
Yeah.
For me, it's more interesting to see like what people are saying and like, I don't know, these like weird Starlink things. Like, I'm a little interested in all that.
Weird.
But obviously, if that was a thing, like if it's on Twitter, like, and it's real, it's already being investigated. You know what I mean? So it's like
everyone's just being so hush hush. That I'm like, what's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen things that are like people are wanting Biden to step down and then Kamala
that does not make any sense to me.
Finish out the term.
I'm like, cool, so she could be president for 2 months. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What's the goal there?
Just to say that there was a female
but
president.
That's like, no. That's like a slap in the face, I feel like. Like, oh, well, you lost, but we'll just help you be woman president. Like, that's not how a woman should be president.
I agree. But would be cool to piss him off.
Well, yeah.
And then also all of the Trump merch would be then void.
That would be funny. That's the
like,
only
I would
funny
do it
part
just
of it.
for that.
Yeah. Just like the day before.
Kamala Harris would be the 47th president, not his dumbass.
It'd be crazy if the rule was like, steps down, she's president for 4 years.
Yeah. I saw something yesterday that was saying that New York is like, it was actually funny. They were like, New York State's finding a loophole to get him to serve his term
in prison.
And everyone's like, that's not a loophole. That's just the fucking law.
Yeah, it is.
And I was like, that's such a good point. But also so crazy that it's even being discussed.
How are you feeling about your Tesla?
Oh, I love my Tesla.
Yeah.
Don't like Elon.
I do too, but it's almost like, ugh.
Oh, no.
This fucking guy. I know. I'm just like so mad right now at everything.
Yeah.
It's just, and I've never felt this. Like I told Nolan that I was like, I've never had like no happiness. Like, you know, like nothing to like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty happy person, pretty level-headed about everything, I feel like. And this is just like completely taken me out of what I'm used to.
I feel like I wonder if it's because like off of Prozac, you're so like peace between everyone, like whatever. And like now that you've like.
I can feel my anger.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what it is. And I also feel like, I don't know. I feel privileged even saying that because there's so many people that are like, welcome to the club. Like we haven't felt this, you know, we haven't felt welcomed or like we haven't felt good about any of America. And so, you know what I mean? Just like people who are like minorities and stuff or immigrants or whatever. So like I'm just this white girl in a blue state, you know, but I'm like sad about just like everything, you know?
Yeah, no. For me, the hardest part is just like I don't understand. I mean, this was like what was happening during the pandemic when like people we knew were like out partying and posting on their close friend stories, and I was literally crying every day in my 500 square foot apartment, being like, "Hey, we're just like being asked to stay home, and like we're all so privileged. Like, why wouldn't we do that?" That for me, because I don't know, I just like feel empathy so deeply for other people. So it's like. I'm so lucky to be sitting in my 2-bedroom apartment and I'm going to be fine, but these people aren't going to be fine. Like, how are you not someone who cares
and all y'all in your
that?
$5 million homes that we know are out going to fucking Utah and fucking Arizona and Miami and all these other fucking places. No, I said that. I like made a little vlog about it because I was like, I have to get this out. And I was like, this reminds me of the pandemic, the times where I was like, if nobody gives a shit, why do I give a shit? Like, that's where I'm at with this whole thing. I'm like, oh, if no one gives a shit in this country, like, I don't either. I know that's not going to stick and that's not the way to like move forward.
Yeah, that was definitely like me on Friday. I was like, I don't care anymore. Yeah. But now I'm like, I do care, but I'm not like, I can't like think about it.
Yeah. I think we just have to wait and like see what's actually going to happen. The positive thing about Trump is he is horrible at passing any laws.
Yeah, and the good thing is that a lot of Dems are in the Senate, so.
True. So any type of...
And a lot of states are already like, California, Gavin Newsom's already like, we're doing some shit. Massachusetts has already been like, we're not deporting anybody from this state.
It's going to be weird. It's almost like, so is it going to be like, not a civil war, but like, are the blue states just going to be like completely a separate place than red states? That's what it feels like.
I saw a funny map and it was like, they drew, because majority of the blue states are like the Northeast and then the Southwest, or the North to the Southwest, like all of California, obviously.
Yep,
like
got
Oregon,
it.
Whatever. And so then they were just like drawing a line to extend Canada and circle those states.
I was like, I found the solution.
Yeah.
Canada's not far from what we're going through, though. They've got some scary leaders that are about to be in there, and they're not far behind. I was talking to one of Nolan's friends. She lives. She's from Canada, but she lives here right now. Oh my God. And she was like, it's coming for us too. So at least they have free healthcare.
I know.
Like, goddamn.
Well, yeah.
But maybe not for long. I don't know.
Luckily,
I'm
we're
just
in a
pissed.
blue state.
I'm so mad. Yeah. Thank you. Thank God.
But that's what makes me so fucking mad is when everyone's like, what's being taken away? It's up to the states. And it's like, yeah, well,
That's
a lot
the
of people
problem.
can't fucking afford to leave where they live.
Exactly.
You can't just say like, oh, well, then leave.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get an abortion? Go move to a blue state. People can't do that.
Like,
are you stupid?
If like California for some reason was red, like what are we gonna do? Move to Arizona? Like that just doesn't feel.
Yeah.
That's not.
But like also, we'd be able to afford to move. People do not have that luxury to do that, and that is what you are not grasping. Like people. It blows my mind. I'm like, oh, you literally think anyone can just move and pick up their fucking life in the drop of a hat? Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
Yeah. Are you stupid? It's like
There's
a TikTok
just so
sound.
much.
Are you stupid?
That's what I mean by like critical thinking. It's like, okay, yeah, it would be so easy to just say like, yeah, you know what? I don't like what my state is choosing. I'm just gonna go. But not everyone can do that. And that's why it's so scary. And that is why we voted to not have this psychopath in office.
Yeah.
Because other people, not us, we're fine. I'm going to be so fine. I'll probably benefit from Trump being in office.
We're going to be pumping out babies.
Like, well,
we're pumping out abortions. I mean, not babies.
No,
sorry.
like that's really scary for me though. Like
totally.
All of the baby stuff. But like also I'm not in a place where like that is going to affect me in California.
Yeah.
So like I don't have to worry about it. Like I'm genuinely like all of these women in fucking Texas, in Alabama, in Florida who are gonna go through the craziest shit.
Yeah.
But also it's like, I said this on Good Influences, even if that nothing ever comes of it, even though like literally they've done it in those states, but like Project 25, that kind of shit, knowing that you could have voted for someone to not do that tells me enough about you as a person.
Yeah.
And like, I don't vibe with that.
Yeah.
It's a difference of morals. It's a different of values.
It is. That's the thing. It's like, it's not politics. It's just morals. Like you're trying to take people's rights away that are literally not doing anything to you.
If Trump was on the fucking ballot, sex offender, whatever the fuck he is, racist, fascist, homophobe, if he was on the ballot and he was only talking about the economy, wasn't talking about deporting people, taking away people's rights, any of that shit, and you voted for him, I would probably still be like, you're stupid for voting for a literal felon, but whatever.
But like, okay, whatever. Even though the economy part doesn't even make sense.
Of course. But you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, okay, whatever. They want change there. Sure, if that's what you think is going to happen, hats off to you. But also, you're still a bad person for voting for a literal psychopath.
He raped a 13-year-old. There are court documents. Anyways.
So, like, that would be so different to me. And I don't think that a lot of people understand that is the difference of why people who are like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Yeah. It's not because you're voting for Trump's policies on fucking eggs and gas. It's because you are voting for him to take away people's basic human rights, whether or not you want to believe that or not. Yeah. So the amount of DMs I'm getting are, what rights are being taken away? It's like, okay, again, if that doesn't happen, he has said what he wants to do. He has said that he wants to punish women who get abortions. And whatever, you don't agree with getting an abortion, okay, I respect your opinion. However, you are not in control of somebody else's body. Like, that shouldn't fucking matter to you.
Yeah, it's all based on like religion, which shouldn't even be a factor because...
Oh, but it is.
And
even at my in-laws' church, they did a prayer for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I saw.
And my father-in-law was not happy.
Yeah,
rightfully so. He's like, church and state.
Yeah, they don't. It's so stupid. And like, it's so funny because I just saw like Biden literally goes to church every Sunday, but it's quiet.
Well, they literally posted, they were like, the first Catholic vice president. And
people were like, no, Biden was. Like, Biden goes to church every fucking Sunday. And I don't even care about church, but I'm just saying like, and then just knowing that there's like someone I know in a red state that has like a 16-year-old daughter and voted for Trump. And it's like, how do you look your parent in the eye, especially when you're like a teenage daughter and they voted for that? I do not understand. I would be like, what do you think about me? Like, I get your eggs maybe your eggs are going to be cheaper, but like, what about me?
Mm-hmm. I feel like they genuinely are like, that's not going to happen.
I know, but
or most people
that's how I mean that's
are like pro-life. So
yeah, but that'd be that's how I'd feel.
Keep your legs closed.
Yeah, just don't ever have sex.
Keep your legs closed.
So everyone's doing the 4B movement, which is amazing. I love it.
I wonder what that will actually do.
Probably nothing. Yeah. Once someone gets a couple drinks in them, they'll be like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think like right now everyone's like, yes.
Everyone's just like pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know, in Korea right now, there's like this movement called 4B where it's like men are like decentered from every woman's life. Like they're not having sex with them. They're not marrying men. They're like, if you want to control our bodies, then we don't fuck with you. Mm-hmm. So, which I love that idea. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm like, I don't know how long that'll last.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of people are doing it like not intentionally now just because the dating pool is so bad.
Yeah. It's like, I've been doing it anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was very long-winded, but those are...
I'm sorry. I feel like I just need to get that out on our pod. This episode is sponsored by Dinnerly. I hate thinking about what I'm going to eat. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I'm one of those people that hate it. I don't really like to cook. I like I like my meals to be easy or my boyfriend to make them. Dinnerly is the most affordable meal kit I've ever come across. They have meals as low as $2.99 per meal. That's $2.99 per meal. That's crazy. With Dinnerly, you can choose from over 100 delicious dishes every week, from steak dinners to oven roasted salmon, or even your favorite takeout dupes, which I really love. I love the steak. I love steak. I've always been a steak girly, like since the day I was born, obsessed with steak. Their steak is so good and so easy to make, and it makes it very clear on how to make everything. And it's so easy. I can't explain it. I never really learned how to cook. Like, I'm behind in that area. And Dinnerly helps because it literally shows you step by step how to make these things. So I think it's like elevated my cooking a little bit, but I still don't like to cook, okay? I don't like to cook. Dinnerly also has a complete market for grocery essentials. Stocked with over 125 items, their market is seasonally updated and changes weekly. You can shop for fresh produce, baked goods, ready-to-eat meals, and much more. With just a few clicks, grocery shopping is done and comes delivered directly with your meal kit. And with Dinnerly, you aren't locked in long-term. Dinnerly's flexible subscription allows you to edit, pause, or cancel your boxes anytime. This holiday season, give the gift of great, affordable food with Dinnerly. Head to dinnerly.com/offer/onlyfriends and use code onlyfriends for up to 27 free meals. Once again, that's dinnerly.com/offer/onlyfriends for up to 27 free meals. And make sure to use our promo code onlyfriends so they know we sent you. This podcast is sponsored by Sundays. Sundays for Dogs is a treat for the dog, but it's actual food. They sent me and Aaron both a package of Sundays for Dogs. I obviously don't have a dog, but if I did, I would be feeding them this because the way Paris reacts to Sundays for Dogs, I gave Aaron mine because Paris loved it. So Sundays is fresh dog food made from a short list of human-grade ingredients, which is nice. Sundays was co-founded by Dr. Troy Waxman, a practicing veterinarian who tests and formulates every version of each recipe. Sundays contains 90% meat, 10% superfood, and 0% synthetic nutrients or artificial ingredients. Dog parents report noticeable health improvement in their pups, including softer fur, fresher breath, better poops, and more energy after switching to Sundays. When you start a Sundays subscription, you'll automatically get 20% off and free shipping on every reorder. Cancel or pause your subscription anytime with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. I love that in a company. Get 40% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/onlyfriends or use our code onlyfriends at checkout. That's sundaysfordogs.com/onlyfriends or use code onlyfriends at checkout.
Pod boy. What a time for American history.
I know. My God. My literal.
Also, just like thank you to anybody who like voted for the first time.
Yeah.
And specifically like voted blue. I'm sorry if you voted for Donald Trump. Like, I do not have respect for you as a person. And
it's hard.
Okay.
It's very hard.
It's not even hard. It's pretty easy for me to just not like you.
I mean, it's hard to like you is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's hard to understand. I mean, it's not hard to understand if it's people for me, it's like people that I know, it's hard for me to understand, which I think makes sense. But it's like, I get why Rick from Alabama did, you know what I mean? But it's like people that I know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, how's your weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
Nothing. I saw TJ posted pinball. Is that something you did?
Oh, no. It's just a bar that has pinball there.
Me trying to help you think.
Yeah, that was like, I don't know. We didn't really do much. Honestly, just like chilled. We were, we just got back from vacation. Not vacation. It was vacation for me.
Yeah.
I like went to the spa, read a book.
Election vacation.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty chill. Just like watch Sister Wives.
Where are you at?
I'm on season 8.
But like, what's going on?
Well, literally every episode has to do with the fucking jewelry business, like since season 4.
Have Robin and him got legally married?
No.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I swear when I looked it up, it says it happens in season 6. And it shows like a photo of them like at the like divorce place. Whatever, I don't know.
Must have missed it if it did happen.
Maybe it was like
season 6 was
a deleted
long, too.
episode.
There was 20 episodes.
Good God.
I know. And then it was funny because in season 7, there was like 9.
They're like, actually, we're good.
I was like, what?
We did too many last season. We're done.
One thing that I want to make note of that's actually really bothering me is that like multiple episodes a season are just like Q&As.
Yeah, I forget that's how it is at the beginning, like on the couch.
Well,
or like
there's like an
or just
interviewer.
interviews.
Yeah, there's like a woman who's like their Andy Cohen.
I think
And
because
like,
it started as that. I think it kind of started as that, and then it became more like reality as like reality shows started like really.
Yeah,
but
I'm on season 8 and they're doing it more frequently.
I know.
I'm like, I don't care.
You know what's funny is the further it goes, it feels like there's no production because like most of the time, especially like the COVID seasons, obviously they're all. It's like all them filming themselves on their phones. I'm not even kidding. Or like all them sitting outside like in a circle, and obviously they have phones on tripods filming them. They need to pay them for producing their own show.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's definitely things now where I'm like, this was set up.
Yeah.
Which it didn't feel like very early on. But I don't know spoilers, but we obviously drive to Utah every winter. And I was like, I wonder if, I'm pretty sure we always see like exits for Lehigh, and it's their house is right off of their first house, and I was like, TJ, we're stopping.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My only thing is I hope we make it there before night because the sun sets at like 4 p.m.
Oh,
so I'm a little nervous, but I do think we're normally in like daylight until at least Salt Lake is when like the sun starts setting. So if not, we're gonna have to adjust and leave at like 4 a.m.
How are you doing with daylight savings, by the way?
Pretty fucking horrible. It's like
I did my full skincare at 5:30 last night.
You know, in bed by 6 p.m. like every day.
Yeah.
We stayed out until 10 on Saturday, and it was rough. But also, like we had like a bad sleep schedule because of the cruise and everything. But yeah, daylight savings sucks fucking ass. I hate it.
I like it, but I don't like
saving anyone.
I don't like the adjustment period.
Yeah.
But obviously I like it because I'm
also
fucking
like
weird.
hit at maybe the worst time.
No, literally. And I started my period that day.
Oh, do you still have it?
It's like almost done.
Okay, this is probably also adding to
I don't know. I mean, yeah, but
yeah.
I know how I feel on my period, and it hardly ever, get your boot out of my angle.
Oh, sorry. I'm like stretching my knees.
Your fucking huge ass boot. Herman Munster boots in my ankle.
Your Herman Munster boots.
Give them away. No, like I know my period, and I have one day where I'm really out of it and tired and have no personality. I have one day where I'm pissed, and then I have one day where I'm like euphoric. Okay. And then I feel normal. I mean, it's probably just a combination of everything. Yeah. Have you watched the Martha Stewart doc?
Yeah, we started it on Thursday, but then we both like fell asleep because it was 5 o'clock.
Yeah, actually, it was nighttime.
We started at we started on Wednesday, the day we got home, and that's why we fell asleep. We literally, I think, both fell asleep by 6 p.m.
Did you get very far?
Yeah, we're like halfway through.
Oh, okay.
She's kind of diabolical.
Okay, I was going to say, the one thing I took away from that was like, I would never want to cross her. Like, she is so scary as a human, but also like what a queen at the same time.
Yeah, but also like maybe not a great person.
I don't think she treats her staff well. I mean, she's definitely very like, why are you doing that? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Cut it this way.
I've gotten to the part where she just like bought her Hamptons house. And they were like renovating that. So I saw, but it was like so interesting because even the producers at one point, she's talking about how her husband like had an affair, and she was like, what a piece of shit. I can't believe he would ever do that. And they're like, wait, didn't you have an affair before? She was like, that had nothing to do with it. It wasn't the same. And I'm like, you cheated on him 2 times before.
I know.
It's like when someone also lives in like that version of reality, I'm like, okay.
Like it's like it doesn't matter how you see it. Yeah. Like you did still cheat. Yeah. But like, it is like hilarious that she was like
married to him, and then on their honeymoon kissed a man, and she was like, no, but it didn't mean anything.
It was just caught in the moment.
Matter. And I was like, lady, what? That is exactly the definition of cheating.
I don't know. I want whatever she's on.
No, lots of weed, but pretty iconic. I didn't know that she was on like Wall Street.
Oh, I know. Very cool.
She is, I will say, lots I did not know about Martha Stewart in terms of the business side of things, and I'm just getting started. I just got to when she released like the magazine.
Oh, yep.
She is a boss ass bitch, and she deserves every fucking penny.
She's a scary boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
And she, what was I going to say? I mean, we've only known her as like her older self.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy to be like, oh my God, she was so like she was doing this when she was young.
Insane.
And like she was a farmer's daughter, you know, it was just like very cool. Like
the
to
fact
come
that
up.
she just built that whole like the whole
Garden?
grounds, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like what can't she do? Every time she would do something else, I'm like, what can't she do?
No, I know. Nolan was foaming
so
at the mouth
impressed.
at the gardens.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to be a homemaker.
It's
I was
no
like, "You
crazy.
kind of are." Yeah.
I'm so impressed by her.
Yeah, I
But
am.
like
but
also
I-
didn't seem like a great mom either. So
oh
that's
yeah,
kinda
she
sad.
wasn't. She wasn't. She was like,
I haven't gotten there fully, but like I'm starting.
I wonder what their relationship is like now.
Very curious.
I'm really curious. Yeah.
I saw something today, but I didn't want to read it because I haven't watched. We probably watched an hour, and I think it's just about 2 hours. But it was like her ex-husband's wife like said some things about how she's like horrible, and I was like, oh, I gotta read this.
Ooh.
Or she's like talking about him horribly.
Huh.
Which, to be fair, I get.
Yeah.
You can't, like, you were literally cheating on him.
I mean, yeah. And you're like, no,
You
I didn't.
did the same thing to each other.
But
like,
it didn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe it didn't for him, even though he did wind up, like, I
Married.
don't know. To be fair, it's like, oh, it's not. I think it's horrible when people cheat on their partners, but I think with context of it, I'm like, I get why you guys were, like, so disconnected. And he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But wasn't it? It was one of her employees.
I don't remember.
It was one of her employees.
This is
yeah.
before the election, so I don't remember anything before
Oh,
that.
oh my God. Yeah, we watched it the day after.
Oh, okay.
I want to finish it, but we keep. The thing about Sister Wives, this is another fucking annoying thing, is that on the episodes on Max, they keep in the like coming up.
No, yeah, you hate those.
Oh my God.
Because they kind of give a lot away.
Yes.
I will agree with that. I'm like,
No,
okay, I don't need to see this.
They're like full spoilers. Even TJ's getting mad, and he will like always, even when I'm watching TV live and they're like coming up, I always start skipping over it. And he's like, no, no, no. And
I'm like TJ, I want to see.
And I'm like, well, it's going to happen 5 minutes from now.
I know, but it gets you excited.
No, but I'm already excited. And so then on this, I feel like there's so many coming up. So I'm like, I could just watch those and that's the whole episode.
Yeah.
So there's like kind of annoying things, but I also think Cody is starting to get a little mean. There was something that happened in the last episode that I was
can't
like,
wait for COVID for you. I can't wait. I will cry. I'll have to come watch. I know the exact episode I need to watch with you. It's really giving me Vanderpump when I was watching it and you were like, you need to watch season 2 at my house.
Yeah.
This is the season I need to watch with you.
Okay.
Because that's when I like really got back into it.
okay.
So I do feel a little like, not fake, but like I don't know a lot.
Yeah,
up
I
until
will text
COVID.
her and she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I just saw it so long ago. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And it's such like a dumb show that it's just like here
Yeah.
and there.
No, totally.
Made no headlines, you know, so hard to remember. But I did watch a Chiefs game like last week
The
at some
whole
point.
thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think so. But I was just like having fun, you know, whatever. Taylor was there. So I was like,
Okay.
let's watch it. Okay, so I did notice at one point in the game, and you can definitely fill this in for me because I have no idea what this means, they flip a coin.
Was it overtime?
I think so.
Okay,
Patrick Mahomes and some other guy flipped a coin.
Yeah, overtime.
Yeah, and
to
I just
pick who gets the ball first.
okay.
I think.
Flipping a coin. I feel like there's so many different better ways to go about this.
But that's just what it always has
Yeah, but I
been.
think that it would be funnier if they did like rock paper scissors
Okay.
or like a thumb war.
Okay.
Like imagine them.
It takes too long.
Okay.
The coin flip, it's done. And at the Super Bowl.
Crack a wishbone.
Okay.
That'd be fast.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so, I'd never seen it before. I was like, they flip a coin?
Yeah.
LOL.
They do that in, I think they do it in basketball. Let me see. There's got to be other sports. What sports
Use a coin.
flip coins?
I guess we did in softball.
Yeah, like most of them, I feel. Tennis, soccer. Umpery and ref flip coins. Yeah. But the coins are like cool.
Oh, really?
I got to do it one time when
not-
we were at a Clippers game. We got to like be down there when they were flipping the
Oh,
coin,
yeah.
and then I got to give the ball to the team that won.
Ooh, fun.
But I guess that's confusing. Why? Let me just confirm in football, so I'm not giving you misinformation.
Like always.
Yeah.
Just us feeding you misinformation.
Yeah, overtime.
Yeah, that had to have been it because I was like, this game is fun because it's so close.
They do it at the beginning too.
Oh.
Okay.
I also finished Never Lie.
Okay.
I got the twist wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that excited about the twist. I thought it was pretty dumb.
It made me so mad. There's nothing more that I hate more than an unreliable narrator. We are being fed misinformation
for
the whole entire book.
Yes.
Why would I ever think that there would be a twist? You made me believe a different story.
I know, from the person's perspective.
Like,
It doesn't make sense.
Of course we would never guess that. We think she's this like victim who's being haunted.
I feel like my theory was like on track for Frida.
Yeah.
I
think that's like everyone thinks that.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
I definitely did as well.
So now we're reading what, Boyfriend by Frida?
Yeah, I'm not going to read that one until probably closer to
Yeah, me too.
December 10th.
But I can't wait for the twist. Like, I'm kind of over it at this point.
That book really pissed me off.
Yeah, I rated it 3 stars because like I get why other people would like it, but
I read that
not
like
a huge
hungover to shit on Valentine's
You and TJ both
Day.
rated it 4 stars.
Because I do think it was a good book. The ending just really made me mad.
It was so similar to Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Oh, I haven't read that yet.
Our first book club book. Well,
Yeah.
I will say the similarities, it doesn't give anything away, but it's so crazy because like I read those back to back and I was like confusing the books because in both books.
That tracks for you.
Well, listen, like in both books, they're both like kind of trapped in this like house that they're like, is anyone here like the whole time? And they can't leave because they're snowed in and there's secrets involved.
Even in the other one?
Yes.
It's just the same book, but
No.
written in British.
No, literally. So like it was, for me, I was like, okay, this is like kind of weird that I'm reading the same thing. And then I already told you about it, but just for you guys, I started reading this book called Bye Baby, and it's so good. I'm like 100 pages in. And this happens at the beginning, so I'm not giving anything away, but it's about best friends who have been like very close since they were kids. And recently one of the girls has had a baby and has like completely distanced herself, and we don't know why yet, from the other girl. And so the girl that is left alone goes and kidnaps her baby. And then that's like the first chapter. And then it kind of like goes back and
That's some tea.
and goes back and like kind of reveals how this whole story played out. But it's really good so far. I really like it.
Okay, I have crazy tea to tell you after this.
Oh, after.
This is like...
No, I have to autopod this. I can't take anything out. Like, let's just move on.
Oh, I just got a text and that's crazy. It's about stuff I found out this weekend. I finished
Oh, what? How can you move on so fast? Okay.
Abby Jimenez. I read the first book of the series, Part of Your World. And then I read the second one when I was on the boat. Love.
Are they like rom-coms?
It's called, yeah, you'd hate it. Oh. It's called Yours Truly. It was so good. I like couldn't put it down. I was like annoyed on the first day I was reading it because I was like, I have to go watch the boys perform and I just want to be reading this book. I loved it.
That's the best feeling.
So much. All of those books though, like the trope of like basically just miscommunication at all times between like the man and the woman. That's like always how rom-com books go. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, if you just like spoke to one another about how you're feeling, like you'd be together. Yeah. So it's like always that thing that like bothers me, but I like get through it.
That's why I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. I loved it. And I'm gonna do the third one before I read Never Lie.
Oh, I want to say too, in Bye Baby, one of the girls is like an influencer, and they do such a good job of like captivating an actual influencer rather than like, you know, in TV and movies, how it's like always so cringy and like whatever. They describe it very modern, which I really like.
Who writes this book?
Someone I've never read before.
Okay.
So I don't.
It was just like
it's
Kindle
like
one.
I think it's Caroline something.
Bye Baby.
Yeah, Bye Baby. It's on. Yeah, it's free on Kindle if you have a Kindle. But I feel like you would really like it because it's kind of thrillery and it's like has to do with social media and like stalking stories.
I have almost purchased this book.
Yes, you should get it. Although I don't know what the ending is like, so I don't know if it's good.
4 stars on that might be Amazon. 3.8 on Goodreads, so it's probably good. Yeah. I remember this cover. Yeah, I there are so many times I almost picked it up.
It's so good. What's her name? Carola Loverling.
Yep.
That's such an interesting one. Loverling.
I saw the funniest books this morning at the bookstore.
Oh,
I sent it to Carly. Called the Pumpkin Spice Cafe.
This is like my nightmare bookshelf.
The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and the Christmas Tree Farm.
I kind of need you to read them to like give us a synopsis of what they are.
Oh, you better believe. Well, I got the Christmas Tree Farm just because I feel like by the time I get to them.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice stuff is kind of.
It'll be December.
Yeah.
But today I was thinking of a book we could read for December, and we got to get a Christmas one. And I saw a book called, I have to do more research on it. I definitely took a picture, but it's like a thriller Christmas book.
Oh, good. I'm down.
The Christmas Jigsaw Murders.
Okay, it's giving Saw.
Yeah. I read the back like a little bit, and it was like this girl, she was somewhere and like opened an envelope, and there's like blood and like shit on it.
Oh, God. Someone's like tied to Santa's sleigh and gets like dragged in the air.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. I didn't buy it, and then I was like, "This should be a genre that we really like, a horror Christmas book."
That's everything I could ever want in life.
Yeah,
thank you, thank you. That was for me. I can tell.
And then I'll also be reading A Christmas Tree Farm. I'm so excited.
We also watched True Grit, the movie.
True Grit.
I've never seen it. It's about the girl who like avenges her father's death. It's like a Western.
Let me see the
It's pretty good.
I don't know what this is. Is that what's her face?
Yes. She's really young.
What the heck is her name?
Fuck, I
Haley
can't remember.
Steinfeld.
Yep.
Oh.
And then I think Matt Damon's in it. Yeah. I had to ask Nolan. I was like, "Who is that? I can't tell." And he goes, "That's Matt Damon." I go, "He had a mustache in the movie." Couldn't tell.
She's like the only lady. Oh,
yeah.
Elizabeth Marvel.
It's pretty good. Especially Nolan was like, "We need to watch this," because I was like so angry. And she's like, "It's about a little girl who like literally avenges her father's death." And I was like, "Okay,
hell yeah,
let's go."
Love that.
Yeah, we almost went to a gun range.
Fun.
I really want to go. No, and I also want to purchase a gun, so I might be doing that. But
well, you got to like get your
of course. I want to do that. I also kind of want to try like archery. I just think it'd be fun to try.
Fun.
But I think the bow would be so heavy. It'd be hard to like.
Yeah.
My little baby arms, but
I wonder what you'll think of a gun.
Me too. Awesome. No, I don't know. But in a scene in True Grit, she's like a little girl and she shoots a gun and little girl, and she like flies back.
Do you know
and
what
like
I'm referencing?
Yes, I like know the sound, but I can't like pinpoint it. Little girl. What? Oh my God! It's a movie.
Nope.
Oh, what is it?
That probably is true, but the one I'm referencing is not a movie.
I don't know.
Mary Crosby. Mary.
Oh. I think it's from a movie.
Yeah.
Mary Crosby. Little girl. I could see her saying that.
Little girl about Whitney.
Huh. Oh. What was I saying? What was I talking about?
That you held.
Oh, the girl in the movie like shot a gun and like literally flew back into like a thing, and I was like, Aaron, no one's like, that's gonna be you, because they're so like pushed back, or blow back, but
no, you'll be okay. Well, yeah,
whatever. I need to wait. I'm too like unhinged right now.
Well, now's the time.
I'm like, after I'm like, who voted for Trump in here?
I feel like I wonder where you can go.
There's tons. We looked.
That are just like open. You don't have to have a license.
I think most of them you have to have like a 30-minute like class before you like
got it
are shooting there. Yeah.
Interesting.
But, like Emma's been to some and she sent me a couple. So we were gonna go yesterday, and I didn't want to go yesterday. I walked 5 miles instead.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My God.
Like I probably walked the same streets like 10 times. Like my neighbors are probably like, what is this lady doing? Like I'm so weird. Like I have to explain how weird I am right now. Like I'll be walking and then like literally this old man was just like looking at me, just looking. And I was like, I'm just gonna be real creepy. And I have like sunglasses and like a hat on. And I just like turn my head and look at him, and I keep looking at him as I keep walking, and like keep turning my head as I'm walking. Like I'm a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
have you like emailed your therapist?
I probably
She
should.
told me this last week too. Like some guy and her were just at a red light, and
I
she just looked at him and was like,
I just like shook my head. I was like, you're just
like he probably voted for Kamala.
No, probably. I'm just like, everyone's just an enemy to me right now.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting over it.
Sounds like it.
I know. I don't know. We'll see. Can you help it? Can I help it? No.
No. Grief works in all stages.
Truly. Like, I feel like, not to sound crazy, but like, especially on Wednesday, I was like, I feel like the stages of a breakup, kind of.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I love Joe Biden. Oh,
yeah.
He's leaving me. Like, I don't feel that. I just feel the loss of so much hope and so much, so much better.
Yeah, like, to be clear, we're not crying because Kamala Harris isn't our president.
No, I don't give a shit who. I just want someone other than him.
Yeah, we're crying because people voted for the opposite of like
rights,
hope and rights and unity. And I think that's it's so funny how like so many people on the right are like, now it's time for this country to heal and let the hate go away. And I'm like, brothers,
they're still mad. They're still mad. Like, y'all won. Why are you mad still?
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't the irony here is that like you voted for one of the most hateful people in America. Like, you can look at the stuff he says. It's not nice. He gets up there. He doesn't talk about policies. He doesn't talk about anything other than shitting on other people.
Yeah. When you talk to someone and they say, well, I like his economic policy.
Yeah.
You say, well, what's his policy? They stop there.
No, yeah.
They stop there. I have a concept of a policy.
Yeah.
That's like me with everything. I have a concept of an idea of what I'm doing today.
I have a concept. Okay, well, I have nothing more to share, I don't think, from my weekend.
Yeah, didn't do much.
Okay.
I wasn't really ready to face the world. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to be that dramatic. I'm just like,
Don't get in her fucking way. You heard it here first.
That girl's right. The astrologer. I have an angry side.
What did she say?
Remember, she was like, you are very
Eliza?
angry. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And I remember you were like, whoa, because I'm like never angry. And she's like, you suppress your anger? And I was like, I don't think so. I just don't ever feel it. I just like never in tune with it, I guess.
Let it out.
Whatever.
Okay. This day in history, first, we've got Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you, Jimmy, for using your platform.
Oh, true.
Whoopi Goldberg. Thank you, Whoopi, for using your platform.
Did she?
Yeah, well, she's on The View, which is really funny because,
right.
What's her stupid, Meghan McCain?
Yeah.
She tweeted and she was like, they don't have any conservatives. People were like, well, are you concerned about non-inclusivity? All of a sudden?
That's hilarious.
Julia Michaels.
Like
Gerard Butler, which I was like, oh my God, I haven't like thought about Gerard Butler in quite some time.
Yeah, I thought of my chem right away, I'll be honest.
You thought of
like
what?
Gerard Way, like my chem. Gerard Butler, he's an actor. Yes. I know this.
And then for entertainment, we've got Sam and Colby. They were formed as one.
Have they spoken out? I'm so mad. Did they say anything?
Yeah. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Have you ever seen those movies?
I don't think so.
Oh,
are they good?
That one scared me fucking straight.
Are they like good horror movies or like cheap horror movies where it's like,
well,
oh no,
I feel
running
like
in the woods?
The first one is good.
Okay.
But I mean, it came out in 1998. Like I saw it. I think I watched it one time. I was like, oh, I'm good. It's scary.
Okay.
Meet Joe Black, Youth by Troye Sivan, and Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. Okay. And then for news, we have, top of the docket, some things came back about Liam Payne. It was once reported that at his preliminary autopsy that there was like all this stuff in his system, pink cocaine, meth, et cetera, et cetera. The final autopsy came back and said he only had small amounts of alcohol, cocaine, and prescribed antidepressant in his system. So none of that. I think that what happened is that it was just like in his hotel, which is kind of sus.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, was he with other people doing all those other things?
Yeah, or was it like planted? Ooh. But not to be all conspiracy theory. I do think this is just like a tragedy. It says this conclusion was drawn after thorough analysis of his urine, blood, and vitreous humor. Liam's death resulted from multiple trauma and a hemorrhage, both internal and external, stemming from a fall. The report further clarified that all of Liam's injuries were consistent with those typically seen in a fall from heights, ruling out any self-harm or involvement from others. It was noted that Liam did not exhibit a reflexive posture to protect him during the fall, suggesting he may have been in a state of semi or total unconsciousness at the time. They also emphasize this scenario eliminates the possibility of any conscious or voluntary actions on Liam's part, so not suicide, as he was not aware of his surroundings or actions during that critical moment. So they definitely just like cleared all of, I think the initial autopsy, they, said all of this stuff about the fall itself. They were like all the reflexive stuff, like we're seeing that he probably was not unconscious. So.
Well,
very
that's
sad.
At least good. He wasn't like purposely or no one pushed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always so interesting. I remember when I was little and like heard about like drunk drivers usually are better off than the people they hit because they're not like tensing up and stuff. I always think about that when like I'm bracing for some impact of some sort. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, don't tense because it's gonna hurt.
Totally.
Sad. But I wonder, but I think, aren't they like taking people into custody who supplied?
Took 3 people into custody, and I didn't really understand what it meant. It was, okay, one of the people I think was a hotel employee, and they were like, you supplied the drugs, but I think he's very much like, I did not.
Okay.
And then 2 other people with like, I forgot, like abandonment, which I do not understand what that means. Liam Payne.
Abandonment?
3 people.
Maybe someone saw him and like left him?
Yeah,
in
I
a bad
really
state?
know. Which it's like, okay, but I don't understand how you could be criminally charged for that.
Yeah. It
Like,
is a different country
a
though.
Shitty person. Not like a
Yeah, I guess I have to know the definition of what that means. He charges his girlfriend for abandonment.
Yeah. 3 people arrested. Yeah, one of the hotel employees supplying. Yeah, it says they were charged with the crimes of abandonment of a person followed by death.
So they knew he died and abandoned. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Interesting.
crimes of abandonment. Pop off if you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
It says abandonment or withdrawal from a crime happens when someone decides on their own to stop being part of a criminal act before it happens.
Huh. So maybe someone was there and like supplied or something, or like saw what was happening and was like, oh, he's gonna do something crazy, I'm gonna leave.
I know, but like, how is that illegal?
Yeah, I don't know, but it is another country, so maybe it is illegal there. I don't know.
That's just like, that was like a thing. Of course, like this is so devastating and so sad. And like, I feel so sad for all of the like hardcore directioners, like who have to deal with like maybe one of the first losses of like
Their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, weeks ago when this all initially happened, it was like people were getting really upset that like the hotel staff put him back in his room and they're like, they're at fault for this.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was acting like crazy in the lobby and like they're at this point calling security or 911 or whatever, like you can't really fault them for that.
Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, I would need to know more details.
Yeah.
I ain't no lawyer, but it does seem weird.
What seems weird?
Just like that they're at fault for like putting him back in his room for being all crazy.
Yeah, I don't really understand. I would love if someone could explain that whole part of it to me, because I really, even after Google, I'm like, I really don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I could see if like, someone saw he was dead and then maybe like panicked because they like knew who gave him the drugs.
That's
or
what I was like
they gave him the drugs and then they left him there and didn't report it. Like, yeah, that sucks.
That's what I would assume is what it is.
Yeah, I literally don't. I don't know.
I don't know.
So very sad.
I'll let the lawyers figure that one out.
Yeah, please. I feel like people are probably lawyers. I feel like majority of our listeners
every listener is a lawyer.
Lawyers. So please let us
Only
know.
Smart people.
Okay, I saw this morning on Twitter, but it was announced back in September. But Netflix is coming out with a nonsense Christmas with Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh yeah,
which is a holiday variety music special.
I'm excited for that.
Which is so funny.
I'm curious who's gonna be involved.
Did you watch like the Casey Musgraves one?
Mm-mm.
She's really coming around to Christmas, you guys.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just like Sabrina.
Oh.
So I'm curious, and I'm curious to see like if Ariana will make an appearance or like who she's gonna bring out. Maybe they're supportive of each other. I'm pretty sure. Like Ariana's posted Sabrina on her story and stuff.
It says this holiday special will showcase pop icon Carpenter performing songs from her holiday EP Fruitcake. And that seems offensive.
Fruitcake.
And other chart-topping holiday covers and feature guest performing artists, comedic cameos, and unexpected duets. No confirmation on whether Santa Claus will make an appearance.
Like, ooh, oh no.
Yeah.
Is Santa making an appearance? That is
I
very funny.
am curious. And then breaking news this morning, Megan Fox announced her pregnancy.
Whoa!
And the most insane pregnancy
reveal
announcement photo I've ever seen.
Oh wait, what is it?
She's literally just sitting, like, you know how pregnant women sit on like their knees and then show their belly and they're naked? It was like that, but she's covered in what looks like black oil.
Oh, of course.
Like, it's just so weird. And she deleted all of her other posts on Instagram, and the song is an MGK song.
Okay, so I was like, I'm assuming it's MGK's, but
I think that's probably her being like, it's his baby.
Yeah. I'm having his baby.
And the caption is, "Nothing is ever really lost. Welcome back," which I don't fully understand.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know. It says "welcome back" with a baby, like a baby angel emoji. So I think it's
her. I think it's her saying like someone she has lost is now coming back, like through reincarnation.
That's crazy, and you're probably right.
I think I'm right. A lot of people believe in that.
I thought maybe it was like a nod to her and his relationship, but yeah,
maybe. I mean, that's true. Could be a thing. But I think she's on that side. I think
she's a wacko.
I think she's like, I'm just making this up and her mom's probably alive, but like my mom died and now she's coming back. Like that's how I'm thinking she's saying this.
Yeah. You're probably
It's
right.
funny because I've gone through my ancestry and I looked at every single person on my goddamn family tree to see who died on my birthday. So I'm like, I'm that person, but no.
Wow.
No one.
Yeah, I'll be very interested. I'm excited. She looks pretty pregnant. I'm excited for the name.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
And
that'll be a crazy one.
I think it's going to be a really, I mean, I'm so excited for like the generation of Nepo children we're going to get. Like
they're all over the place.
It's going to be a beautiful child.
Oh my God.
And probably very talented and smart.
I think it's going to be one of the scariest baby names.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Vampira. Vampira.
I feel like her other kids have like normal names though. Megan Fox kids, like Gavin or something. Oh, yeah, Noah, Bodhi, Journey is one of them. That's like the weirdest one. But Noah and Bodhi are pretty normal.
Well, maybe the one with MGK will be crazy.
Yeah. She's so Zen and Buddha, like Bodhi, Journey. I can't wait for my baby names prediction lady to guess what this baby name is going to be.
Is usually right.
She's gone a lot right.
Weird.
But she's also like funny and sassy. So when it's like people who suck, she's like, she did like the LeBrants and is like so sarcastic. Like, which I like. But you have to be like, you have to be smart to understand that she's like zinging people.
Yeah.
I love her.
It's like a smart zing.
What's her? I think her name's like M Doodles or something. She's great.
Does she guess based off of like clues and stuff like that? Okay.
Like she'll look at their Instagram profiles, see like if they have other children, like what they've named that. She's really good. It's pretty crazy.
She's really good.
I love her. And I love that she has like a personality and it's not like I'm like the baby name predictor.
Oh,
like,
she's like
she's silly and she does it so fucking fast. Like she gets to the fucking point.
Thank God. We need more of those in our lives.
Yeah.
More of those on TikTok.
She doesn't take herself seriously. And I love
like that.
Even though she should. Let me make sure that, M Doodles and stuff is her name.
M Doodles.
She has 330,000 followers.
Okay.
She's so funny. Oh, she just did Pookie and Jet. I bet it's funny. I'll have to watch it.
Pookie and Jet. I'm just still thinking about this tea that you have to tell me after this.
Oh, yeah. Then if for some reason you were just living under a rock or you don't like give a shit about this, like I feel like that's the only reason why people wouldn't know at this point what's happening because like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I mean, everywhere.
We have been obviously touching on this for like the past couple of weeks, just being nosy little Nancy's ourselves, and Brianna Chicken Fry was finally on BFFs. She came to tell her story, and I kind of just bullet points we can get through. We did talk about it on Good Influences as well, so I don't want to like make
double post.
Yeah. So basically, Brianna confirmed Noah Khan.
That's like all Aaron wanted.
Yeah.
We're done now.
Basically said Zach Bryan is emotionally abusive. He tried to pay her $12 million to sign an NDA to get her to not speak about their relationship. She refused to sign it and is now speaking out. He, you know, here are some things about why he has been like an abusive partner. He wanted to pay her double her salary to quit her job so she wouldn't have
Crazy.
one. He also she was going to buy herself a car and he said, no, I'm buying it for you. He lashed out on her friends. He did not allow her to wear certain clothing. She's not allowed to listen to certain male musical artists. I can't hear that song anymore. It's also like so the world is just so funny to me because I feel like whenever someone does something bad and then like another bad person somehow gets involved in it, they forget that other person is also bad.
Of course, like Morgan Wallen is not a good person.
No, bad.
But it's like in context, hilarious.
No, of course. But it's like, okay, but say, oh, this is so funny that that's happening, but not like, I love Morgan Wallen now. It's like, okay, then just love Zach Bryan because they're both pieces of shit.
Morgan Wallen didn't even do anything. Like, no, yeah. Why do you love Morgan Wallen?
Of course. But like everyone's like, Brie, go like date Morgan Wallen. And I'm like, guys.
Yikes, no. That man threw a chair off the top of a bar in Nashville. I'm pretty sure he's the exact same person as Zach Bryan.
100%. Also like a big thing for me. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
The diss track, incredible. The first one. The second one, I was like, okay, we're overkilling it now.
I can't hear Dave rap. It's not good. It's not good.
The first one is actually good. And trust and believe when I say, like, if I were even semi-involved in this, I understand like wanting to get back in the studio and doing, but for me, I'm like, enough.
Yeah, like it's been done.
Enough.
I don't think like what they said on the second one was that crazy anyway, that like needed to be said. And also the girl singing, I'm like, this girl from Fiverr. I'm sorry.
No, I literally said, she was like, who is that? But it was crazy because Brie posted on her story and was like, this one's even worse than the original.
I know, so I was like all excited.
And then I was like, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know.
But that being said, love the diss track. I absolutely love how Dave is like wholeheartedly standing beside Brianna and denouncing this loser of a man who clearly is just like a full piece of shit. However, Dave also outwardly supports Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And I just, nothing is more frustrating to me than like it's like, oh, well, when it's in this situation, it's bad. But when it's like in this situation, it's fine. Because the tax benefits are good. So it's like, okay, so if Zach Bryan ran for president and had a good tax plan and was going to do stuff that benefit you, you would vote for him?
Yeah, he would.
Like, I don't understand.
Because it's kind of the same thing.
And that's like the thing that's really bothering me about it is because he's not just like talking about it. He is going on every platform.
He's on Fox News.
Denouncing this man.
Oh,
Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Like being like, fuck this absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
Garbage, trash, loser human who emotionally abused my friend.
And like, don't get me wrong. I think he actually does care about Brie and like, this is annoying. But I also think it's his way of like, I don't know. His whole company has been so like male driven and like very...
It's his ego too, because he didn't really start caring until he was brought into it.
Exactly. And just very like, let like Saturdays are for the boys. Like, is that not a Barstool thing? Yeah. So it's just very like,
no, of course.
It comes from such a man-dominated thing that now I feel like he's trying to be like, well, actually, like, it's not like that anymore. But I mean, I think this is a really special situation where it was like, oh shit. And I think Dave had a lot of fun just reeling into him. Fun. Yeah.
But I just think...
But it's like, okay, we see that and we think it's hilarious. But then it's like, if we saw Dave on Fox News being like, Trump's going to win. Like, I hope Trump would. We'd be like, hey, I hate this guy.
Yeah, well, I'm not sitting here saying I love Dave Portnoy. I'm saying I wish that he carried the same energy for every abuser.
100%. And that's like, what is...
You can't like pick and choose hypocrisy when a little bit. Abusers are bad. They're always bad. So stick with that fucking energy, Dave. Love you for this.
Yeah.
But hate you for electing an abuser.
I hate everyone.
Another thing that honestly, Carly and I think we're like right on the money with like Grace kind of clocking Zach. And this is kind of confirmation for that. Like, there's a whole story about how at one of she had her birthday party and all her friends were by a fire and she had gone to sleep because Zach was kind of like being an instigator amongst her friends. And she was hoping that he would follow her, but he didn't. He stayed out there and like all hell broke loose.
Screamed at her friends,
yes.
etc.
And so also there's just like multiple other instances where I think like Grace was like, he's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to be friends. I don't want you to be dating this man. He's a piece of shit. But it was very interesting to me because Brianna was like, that video is never going to see the light of day. And apparently someone had recorded Zach being like really fucked up and like needing to be held back. I have to see the video. And so a lot of people were like, oh, she said that because someone probably signed an NDA to have it never be shown.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were assuming that Grace, because she's been very silent about this whole situation, that maybe she had signed an NDA and then she came on Instagram, I think yesterday, and like was like, I can't believe I even have to say this, but I would never take money from that piece of shit. I just like am not ready to talk about this online yet. And I think that's so fair.
Yeah.
Like, I do think like while Brie went through a lot of trauma, like I'm sure Grace went through like just as much, but on a different scale.
Yeah, of course. Because it's like, first of all, you're losing your best friend to someone who's like treating everyone around her like shit and you. So it's like not only you're losing your best friend, but you're also losing her to someone who doesn't respect you at all. And I can't imagine how that feels.
And on, I think it was on BFFs or like maybe in one of the raps or something, but like it kind of alludes to like Zach being like, you can't be friends with this person. You can't be friends with that person. I don't like when people are in your ear. And like, obviously Grace was that person for her. So like, you know, it's like secondhand abuse, emotional abuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then that probably makes Grace feel like she's doing something wrong, but you are not. You're an angel and a queen. But Grace, when she posted the thing being like, I would never take money from this guy, I just like love what she does. She posted a photo from Brianna's birthday of everyone around said fire. And I was like, that makes me think she has the video.
Yeah. It's like Taylor Swift Easter eggs.
Yeah, which is just iconic. The thing, she's only spoken 2 times about this from my understanding. And one was her being like, hey, everyone give Brie some grace. No pun intended. But it was a photo of her pointing a fake gun at Zach Bryan, which I was just like, hilarious. Chef's kiss queen. And then this one, it kind of was like, don't you fucking dare forget, Zach, that I have this shit on my phone.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I hope it sees a light today. I don't know. Because I don't know who was in it. And I don't know if maybe someone that was in it that wasn't Zach does not want it out.
Yeah.
But for his sake, I would love for it to be out so everyone could see what he's like. Yeah.
Also, in the new rap, Dave says that one of Zach Bryan's songs, Pink Skies, is about Grace. Yeah. Brianna confirmed it. It's confusing to me because I think also a lot of people were like, wait, how? But Brianna said she made him, Zach, go to Grace's grandmother's funeral. And this is like she commented this.
Yeah.
And he screamed at her, then wrote that song that night.
I know. I was confused by that too.
Because the song is like, I don't know.
I didn't listen to the song. But the theory I heard was it was about like losing someone.
Yeah.
And so he like went to the funeral and like wrote it right after. But I don't know.
It's very weird.
I don't know why. Like, why did he scream at her and then wrote the song? Like, that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. In this,
how dare you make me go to your best friend's grandma's funeral? You fucking idiot.
Yeah, but and like the song is like nice. I feel like a lot of people like love that song because it's about loss, but like not in a like devastating way.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people thought it was about his mom.
Yes, which I'm pretty sure has said it is not about her.
But the way Bree said it makes it seem like, I don't know. I'd be scared. Like, I don't know. I'd be scared on it.
Maybe she was saying like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying I'd be scared because like, what has she said to him about her personal things that he could use to throw back at her? You know what I mean? Like when you're with someone, like you tell them like your real thoughts and opinions and like,
but also like look at the situation she was put in. Maybe she was always like scared.
Yeah, maybe.
And like, you know, post 4 months, he like kind of isolated her away from everyone. Like what's she going to complain about?
I mean, I don't know.
My dog is being a piece of shit.
Well, what if he was like, I don't like that Grace is in here, and she was like, yeah, Grace kind of annoys me. Like Grace is like too, like if she said anything like that and he uses that, that's gonna be so shitty.
Yeah, but like, what is that gonna do at the end of the day? That's so normal.
I know, but yeah,
like that's
the
most normal thing. It's not like he's like, if she told him like deep dark secrets.
Well, that's
about
what I really
Grace's
mean.
family.
That's what I like mean. I don't mean that on like a surface level.
Yeah, like
I mean,
for
like
her to say Grace is annoying, and if I were Grace, I'd be like, okay, well, sometimes I think you're annoying. So
yeah,
I get it.
I know, but like, yeah, that's just what I'd be thinking about that stuff. Like, I don't know what I've said to you, but like anything I've ever said or texted or anything, I would just be scared because I'm like, that's my like anxiety mentality is like, I don't like to cast the first stone because I'm like, well, I don't know what they're going to come back with, even if it's like a lie or something. Like, I'd rather just not be a part of it. But I'm glad she spoke up. Like, I'm not saying she shouldn't spoke up. I'm glad she spoke up and did not take the 12 million. I think that's iconic.
I can't even believe it. That's crazy.
The amount of times Aaron and I's jaws like literally dropped to the floor during that episode was crazy.
Well, this is like basically how it was set up. So they put out a clip on BFFs that kind of alluded to Brie getting a payout, but it was very like no context. And we were like, wait, did they offer her money?
Yeah.
So then in the beginning of the video, how long was it? Like 2 hours? I don't even know.
Probably.
We watched it when it premiered, so we didn't see like the length of the video. She does kind of like a sit down, tell all type of situation to set it up. And she talks about getting a payout. And Carly was like, how much do you think she got? Like 500K. And I literally was
I said
like,
$1 million at first. And then I said 5 million.
Oh, okay.
I said $1 million.
Okay.
500K. No.
Okay. Well, yeah. But you were like pretty set on $1 million.
Yeah, I was
and
like,
I was
maybe.
like, I think a little more.
Because I don't know how much people offer for shit like that, you know?
Yeah. But when they said $12 million, like I could, because I was like, I know it's in the millions, but I thought maybe $3 million.
Yeah.
Like 12 million is just an insane amount of money. And like
what did you do to have to pay that much money?
He knows that there are things that she can use.
Hopefully she does when she feels comfortable.
I know. Well, it already, on the podcast, she was very much like, I'm not doing this because I want to like.
But I think the angrier she gets.
No, 100%. And like the support of people. Like she's leaving little notes on people, like comments. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, she's going to
explode, which is fair.
And I hope she does.
Yeah. Because she, oh God, what was I going to say? I saw another TikTok and she was like, I know people said like, why didn't you say everything that he did to you? Like, you said you were going to expose it. And she's like, what I did was paint a picture, which is fair. She's like, I painted a picture of our relationship and you guys can fill in the gaps pretty easily. Like, said something like that. And I was like, that does make sense. Yeah. However, I'd like to know the details because that's sounds really scary.
Like, someone also made a video about, I don't know, some guy who was Zach Bryan's friend who like stopped being friends with him, and she like left a comment being like, oh, the tea I have.
Like, I need it.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're
his wedding photographer.
It wasn't that one, but yeah.
But no, I'm bringing that one up.
Yeah.
His wedding photographer made a TikTok and it was like, I shot his wedding when he married his wife. And he was like, had such a good time, became friends, we drank together. Now I'm blocked on every platform. And it's like, surprise, surprise. What a weirdo.
So I'll be interested, but
yeah.
I'm glad that she's getting like all of the love, and this is a really just absolutely insane situation to walk away from $12 million to like help other people. That is queen behavior.
Aaron and I were really debating, would we take it?
Oh, like, I don't think I would be. Where were we, like on Reddit or something? Someone was like, I would have taken it for $2,000.
I would have taken it for $2,000. So funny. Like, but I don't know, because like when she's like, it was so powerful. That sounds like so corny.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm that strong. Like, I think I would literally be like, oh, okay. And like the fact that during the time that it was all happening, like she was on her downfall. Like the internet hated her. Like if I were in that position and like the whole fucking internet was just like being so horrible to me, and I had this like, not like way out, but like I'd be set for a real fucking long time.
You think it's taxed though?
Probably, yeah. Like, I mean, by the end of it, like, you're not walking away with $12 million. Yeah. But it's also weird because in Dave's new diss track, he said $13 million. So I'm like, what is it?
And then it was like, but it wasn't, it was like 5 million spread across a couple of years.
It would be
something like that.
It would be 3 years.
3 years. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it was really powerful when she was like, I want to be able to express my experiences, and like that is suppressing it. And it's just like blood money kind of, which I get, but also I don't know. I may have taken it. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. I think
it's
that's
hard to say when you're like not in.
Oh my God, it's so
situation.
hard to say. And I'm sure when you're in it, like it is such a hard decision, especially being on the internet. Like I think if you didn't have a platform, it'd be like, oh yeah, I'll take this money because no one cares about me in this relationship. But like having a platform and having, especially like Dave, who's like literally will like, he offered to buy her car like outright from Zach, basically.
Not just to prove a point.
Just to prove a point.
Let's be clear.
No, of course. But it's like, just having that on your side and like having the internet back on your side, it's like has to be
now
gratifying. Yes, gratifying now. But
but like Dave and Josh literally like take the money. So
yeah,
like,
they totally
Dave
take
Portnoy
the money.
was telling me to take the money, then I'd be like, I'm taking the money.
Yeah. Fuck. It's crazy that he was like, I'll pay you double to not work.
Psychopath.
Psycho behavior.
That's what an abuser does.
Yes.
Because they
isolate
you.
Yep, they isolate you.
What a fucking loser. I'm so happy that I was calling his dumb ass a loser.
I know.
On the last episode. He is such a loser, and I stand by that.
Yeah.
Never like that man.
No, he's the smallest man who ever lived. Duh.
That's really all I had. I wrote the diss track, and then I wrote the second is not good.
The second is not good. You wrote that?
Yeah.
Second one?
I watched it last night and I was like, okay, we're milking this.
Yeah, I listened to it and I was like, this is hard to listen to Dave trying to rap.
Dave, sweaty.
I thought like some of the lyrics were funny. I texted to Aaron. One of them said, no amount of Prozac could make me Prozac, which I think is
let the guy
funny.
who's writing it do it.
No, yeah, like let him rap.
I'm sure he can actually rap it.
He can get it done.
It's so funny because everyone's like, Dave, no. And I'm like, Dave did not write that.
Yeah, no. I mean, the guy who wrote one of the lines posted a TikTok and was like,
I saw.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Also, I saw this on Twitter earlier that the streets are saying Jen Shah's team are planning on an even earlier release of the end of next year.
Whoa.
So
Jen Shah back on Salt Lake City.
That would
be like, crazy. Do you think she'll be back on? Have they said anything like that?
I think that would be like disgusting if they allowed that.
I just didn't know if there were conversations. Like, is she going to be coming back on the show once this is done?
I think it would be absolutely.
You think like Bravo would be like, no?
I think Andy would be like, absolutely not.
Okay.
But I really don't know.
I just don't know the politics of them that well. Of Bravo, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like anyone else who's like committed a crime, it's been like a DUI or Teresa was like tax evasion or whatever. And she didn't even claims to not know. She just signed her fucking husband's papers. But like
I'm
Jen
just a girl.
Shah is a terrible person.
Yeah.
Like you did horrific things and you were found guilty. And like, yeah, sure, you're serving your time, but not enough. Like
you and Elizabeth Holmes get abs together?
What's that, like 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, she's been on vacation, let's be honest.
Yeah, they're creating something. But I would think that like if Bravo did bring her back, they probably would be like, okay, you can come back on the show, but we're not going to pay you.
Or they'll do like some special, like her life after jail. Life after lockup.
They
Jen Shah edition.
They do love money. And I do think that
I think that would roll in the dough.
Yeah, but I think that they would be like, we're not paying you.
Oh,
like, we'll give it. Also, like, she probably has so many fucking bills that
I mean, she has to
like, pay the victims.
She has to be in debt, right?
Yeah, well, because she has to pay like millions and millions of dollars to all the victims. So, like, maybe they'll do that.
Crazy.
And then until that's paid off. But I don't know. It'd be crazy to see her back on my screen. I can't stand that woman. Even when she was on it, I was like, this is good TV, but she's horrible.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the first season, I was like, she literally acts like she's in fucking middle school.
Yeah.
Like, punching people.
If you bring back Jen Shah, you have to bring back Monty.
Battery dead, little die.
The battery died. But we have another battery again, so. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't fully read this one, but I thought it was interesting by reading the title, so hopefully it performs. Okay. Am I the asshole for not driving my girlfriend to school because I didn't want to lose my parking?
The same one.
We do?
Yeah. Oh. And I read the whole thing, and it is good.
And it is? Okay. Yeah. Well, do you want to read it then?
No.
I feel like it'll be good because it'll be like new for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, I want to read it.
Oh, okay.
So you new for me.
Well, you said, do you want to read it?
Yeah, but then I changed my mind. I was like, well, I think I should read it because it'll be a surprise for me. No, we should talk about this. Am I the asshole for not driving my girlfriend to school because I didn't want to lose my parking spot? My girlfriend, 24 female, and I, 23 male, live in a city and finding parking is a nightmare. I get that. Well, when we moved here, I sold my car because I had to move both of our cars every week due to street sweeping. They must have moved to LA.
No, they live in Boston.
Oh, they have street sweeping there?
Yeah.
Okay, due to street sweeping. We kept her car because mine was manual and she couldn't drive it, so we decided hers was a better option. Since we started dating over 2 years now, I've been the one to drive us everywhere. So now that I sold my car, I'm typically the one driving hers around. Whenever we get a parking ticket or maintenance has to be done, I'm the one who takes care of it. Now to get to the issue. Her school is a 10-minute walk from our apartment, so most days she wakes up 30 minutes before she has to leave and walks there. Today I woke up and made her breakfast to go. So nice. She asked me if I would take her to school so she could eat in the car. I told her I really didn't want to move the car around since the holidays, our street is packed, common avenue for anyone who lives in Boston, and finding parking can take 20 to 30 minutes on street sweeping days. She said it was fine and told me she would be late for class and would eat breakfast there. Sorry, excuse me. For clarification, I made her a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich wrapped in parchment paper and put her coffee in a that's like literally Nolan, in parchment paper, in a thermos. Put her coffee in a thermos so that she wouldn't be late for class. When she started eating, she gave me the cold shoulder, and when I asked why, she told me it was ridiculous that I wouldn't take her to school over a parking spot. I told her she never had to worry about parking, so she doesn't understand why I would prefer her walking 10 minutes than drive 30 minutes to find parking. Am I the asshole? And I will add, for clarification, it says it's sunny and 61 degrees here in Boston. She can't park on campus because she doesn't have a parking permit. I don't need the car. We live 2 minutes from the train station, and I can go anywhere it needs me to go. She wouldn't be late if she took the breakfast to go and ate it on the way. That's why I wrapped everything up. The only reason she was late was because she stayed behind to eat and argue with me. So am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so either. I think this is like such a silly, like if Nolan was like, it's gonna be so hard for me to find street parking and it's a 10-minute walk for me. Like for me, I just like walking anyway, so I would rather walk, but
no, I would be like, you don't love me. But like it's like one of those like silly fights. I'd be like, oh, you don't love me enough?
Yeah, like, oh, you hate me now?
Like, oh, just don't say anything. Don't tell me that you don't want to drive me because it's hard for you.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
like, obviously it makes sense. Parking in any city, especially Com Ave, fuck that.
Is that like
it's like
crazy?
Yeah. I get it. I totally understand. I would, if I were in his shoes, I'd be like, get to walk.
Honestly, I get it because of our old apartment.
Yeah.
Like there were times where like I would park on the street. That's in a neighborhood, and like literally have to drive for like 30 minutes. There was one time I was like, I need to call the police.
Yeah, it would be like,
where do I park?
Parking on like Ventura Boulevard.
Yes, and it's packed.
But maybe a little worse. No, I'm saying like on Com Ave. It's like a busy main road. There's probably less parking than on Ventura.
Tragic.
So I understand. And you know what? If he made me breakfast too, I'd just be like, oh, that makes sense. I'll take it to go.
Of course. Like, thank you.
But I do think it's like, I don't think she's actually mad at him. I think it's just like a petty,
it's just a silly little
annoyance.
Yeah, like it's not going to break them up. I hope not. I hope not. It'd be funny if it did, but I hope not. Why'd you break up? He wouldn't drive me to school.
I feel like he just posted this. Like, I think he knows that he's not wrong, but I think he posted it to be like, see how not wrong I am?
I hope so, yeah. And then he can show her.
Yeah. But like, I feel like at the end of the school day, hopefully she was just
She comes home mad.
Yeah, hopefully she was just like, I was overreacting.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't. If it was like snowing and freezing, I'd be like, really? You know, I'd be a little annoyed. I actually would be annoyed if it was snowing and cold. I'd be like, can you please just take me?
Then think about having to find a parking spot in the snow.
Not my fault. Not my prob.
Well, it's your car, so technically he doesn't have to drive it.
That's true. Oh, I see what you're saying. I forgot it's her car.
Drive yourself. Get a parking permit.
Yeah, I guess if you really want, like, okay, yeah, that's true. If it were me, I would be prepared enough to be like, I'm getting a permit for the winter at least.
Yep.
And I would just drive then and not have to worry about it.
It's honestly, like in a city, I feel like easier to walk in the winter than like.
Oh, probably, yeah.
To shovel out your car
Ugh.
Like, think of all that shit he'd have to do.
Yeah.
Shovel out your car, and then, like, when you leave the spot, all of the snow left over, then having to probably shovel yourself into a new spot.
Yeah, she should just get a parking permit at the school if she wants to drive.
Yeah, or just walk to 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's like a time where she's running late or like doesn't want to walk, then get a little, because it gets fucking cold there too.
Yeah. They're so lucky. Good thing global warming doesn't exist and it hasn't been 80 degrees.
Yeah, no, literally. Everyone's like, why is it November and it's 80?
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching / listening. If you are on our Patreon, it is patreon.com/onlyfriends. We upload early, usually on Mondays. Otherwise, you'll get this podcast on Wednesday. We also have bonus episodes. We're recording one this week. So be in tune for that. And I think that's it.